Good afternoon. Welcome to Midweek Motivation. Ah, ugh, I was just doing things. All the things. So many of them, anyway. Ugh. Hey, Abby Jean. It is Summit brand Diet Cola from Aldi. And I threw in a little bourbon extract, not bourbon itself, just flavoring extract like you would use in baking. I threw some of that in here. I don't think it has alcohol in it. I put a very small amount in, but if I suddenly fall asleep, now you know why. I did, yeah, so it's tasty. But I didn't add, yeah, again, if I fall asleep, you know why. And if my nose is red, that's actually not from the bourbon extract flavoring, but rather because I've been sniffing dust for several hours this morning while I rearrange my books, which is a thing that people do. Abby Jean says, "Yummy! I am just finishing dinner prep." Well, when you get a chance to like actually sit down and tippy tap, let us know what it is. But right now, you're busy. Oh, Anna's here. Awesome. Hi, Anna. What's up? What is up? I mixed my orange zero sugar with my root beer zero sugar to give myself a throwback to the drink I used to make from the Subway soda machine as a kid. Hoo-hoo-hoo. So you didn't go full kamikaze, just the orange and root beer. That is similar to something they do in Germany called the Spezi, Spesi. A Spezi is half cola and half orange. Fanta. Fanta, because that's how uh, that's the orange drink you get in Germany. It's very yummy, says Anna. Mhm. I think I would probably like that better than I would like a Spezi. I think I'd like it better with root beer than with cola. With root beer, I think it would be kind of like an orange cream soda, maybe. So, you know. Anyway, so yes, I um I had a lot of interaction with dust. So yeah. And now I am just kind of relaxing a little bit. Uh, I yesterday I went over to Trumbull, uh, just quick jaunt up the Merritt Parkway or Wilbur Cross Parkway, depending on where you are in the state. And I went to the Next Chapter used bookstore there, where I didn't really find anything I wanted. And I went to Ross Dress for Less, which is the first one in Connecticut. So I haven't been in a Ross Dress for Less in I don't know, long time. I left California in 2001, and I've been back. So I've been to a Ross Dress for Less probably like 15 years or so ago. I didn't find anything there. So since I didn't buy anything in those first two stops that I made, I went to Penny's Bookshelf in Milford and lost my ding dang mind. I got 36 books. 13 of them are step backs. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow, says Abby Jean. I know. I got like eight category romances for $1. So it was like 12 and a half cents per book. And I also have a box that I haven't opened yet, but I do know what's in it. It's something I ordered from online, but I haven't opened it yet. What's in the box? It's not Gwyneth Paltrow's head unless somebody in the shipping department really got messed up. Excited, says Abby Jean. Me too. But my lounging pillow behind me is stuffed with goose feathers, and some of them are kind of sticking out. And I'm getting poked in the back by quills. Hmm. 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 Okay, so do we want to do our 10 minutes of yuck? I'm actually not going to do yuck. I'm going to Well, at least I hope it's not yuck. I did some filming earlier and I need to download my clips. By the way, says Abby Jean, I am making sloppy joes, so I had to dice up and prep bell peppers, jalapeno, and mushrooms. Mm-hmm. Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. Bell peppers. Bell peppers. That is nonsense. I don't like bell peppers, which is a shame because they're so inexpensive and they're so cheerful looking and colorful and they have such good nutritional value, but I just cannot stand them. Ana says, we have a bit of a storm going here at the moment. I suppose I could put the dishes away and possibly wash some more. You could do that, but you could also choose not to. Mhm. Or, go, Anna, go, says Abby G. Oh, you were talking about what to do during the 10 minutes of yuck. Okay. Well, I spent all that time crawling around on the floor with the dust this morning. So, like I said, I am going to be downloading some clips I filmed earlier, and hopefully it's not yuck, because if it is, it will have been a wasted effort to have filmed them. Well, I guess even when they don't go well, you still learn something. So it's not totally wasted, but it would be easier on me if they look good. Okay, so shall we do our 10 minutes of yuck and get that over with, and then we can come back and, you know, box. Let's do it, says Abby Jean. Okay. Oh, my nose just itches like crazy. I'm going to be kissing all the fools, I guess. Okay, 10 minutes. So we'll be going until, I'm going to set it for 18 minutes past the hour. So let me get the radio station. River 105.9. Okay. Copy. Okay, here is the link for River 105.9 if anybody wants to listen along. And sprinting until 18 minutes past the hour. And I'm muting myself, and I will see you in 10 minutes. Okay, first sprint, 10 minutes of yuck is now over. I let it go a few seconds over because the recycling was being picked up a lot later in the day than usual. A lot later. So, did people get things done? Are they still doing them? I got some things done, but mostly it had to do with finishing setup so that I have everything I need for sprints later. Okay, so Abby Jean says she made hot chocolate and she's settling in now. So everything's ready for Slotty Joe night at your house? So, do we want to talk about the big books I picked up yesterday, or do we want to play What's in the Box? I think I hear my mother bringing in the recycling. She must have gotten home. Question first, says Abby Jean. Oh, well, yeah, I think the political situation in North Macedonia is a little bit, it's basically okay. I mean, they were willing to change their name to accommodate Greece's preferences, so that's good. How did I organize my books today? Any special order? Yeah, actually, I was taking my well, I have to find some shelf space for the stuff I picked up yesterday, but I was so I was shifting some things around in order to do that. And what I did was I took all of my horror and put it in the sitting room. And I also kind of was getting my DVDs organized because even though absolutely no one requested it, I'm still going to do a tour of my DVDs. So I was getting things tidied up in readiness for that because just because I live with a dusty house doesn't mean you have to tour it in its most dusty format. So yeah, it was basically the horror books, and also I was reorganizing the DVDs. But then I was doing a bunch of stuff in the Heartfelt Hallway, and that was just moving stuff around to make more space. So there wasn't any, but that there was no real big reorganization in that case. It was just moving some stuff around. But the horror, that was a big to do, getting all of that stuff off of these shelves and into the other room. Anus is good. I'd love to see the DVDs. Yay! At least one person wants to see the DVDs, and I'm sure there are others as well. Fun, says Abby Jean. Well, there were paper cuts, and getting up and down off the floor is not fun when you have, I think it's bursitis that I have on my right knee, so I have to be very careful not to put pressure on it. Otherwise, it will be very painful. Abby Jean says she is very curious about the DVD collection as well. Okay, well, we have at least a couple people who are interested. And like I said, probably more people as well. So I don't know when. What I'd like to do is have a couple of videos kind of banked in case I don't feel like filming or something, and then I have something to post. I might do that with the DVDs. I might bank that because I have like I think 2 vlogs going right now, and I'm not sure if they'll be finished by Sunday. But I just kind of like to have the DVD video, maybe have it in my back pocket for a rainy day. I like having options, says Anna. Mm-hmm. Options are fun. Speaking of options, ha ha ha, nice segue. Thank you, Anna. Do we want to play Oh, What's in the Box? Or do we want to play What Books Did I Pick Up Yesterday? Oh, Or do we want to do something else entirely? Another sprint? Abby Jean says, what did you pick up yesterday? I want to see some step backs. Okay, I got 8 category. I got 36 books, I think. I got 4 trade paperbacks that are like self-published, like dark romance. I don't know. Sharon, Sharon or Shannon, Sharon or Shannon McKenna is one of the writers. Uh, somebody McGuire. I'm not sure. So those were 4 trade paperbacks. I got 8 category romances. I got 13 step backs, so that's 12 plus 13 is 25, which means I got 11 non-step backs. Huh. Anyway, so do we want to, does anybody care about the non-step back mass markets or the categories, or do you just want to see the step backs? Because most of the categories are contemporary, but most of the non-step back. Abby Jean says you can flash them. Yes, I can, but you don't want to see that, and YouTube will get me. Will get mad at me. I will get a strike for nudity if I flash them, unless I do it off camera. But what's the point? The mass markets, for the most part, are historicals. Some pretty familiar names in here, actually. We've got, hang on. Did I organize these ahead of time? No. Abby Jean says yes. Just yes to all the options. Let's see. Oh, okay. Now, for those of you who watch all my videos, which is like nobody watches all my videos right away, eventually probably, but not right away. Even my mom. Well, my mom doesn't care about most of what I do. Although when I did that video where I was like going through her library books, she says she was sitting in her comfy chair trying to decide what she was going to read next. So she just watched the video back to see me reading all the summaries so she could decide what her next read was going to be. And I was like, well, did you give me a thumbs up? And she's like, no. And I'm like, but you actually found it more useful than a lot of people. I was like, yeah, you found it more useful than a lot of people. And you were like, no, I'm not going to like the video. And she said, well, she realized that she was subscribed to me with the wrong account. She wanted to be subscribed to me with a different account. So she changed the subscription and then she liked the video. I'm like, you could have liked it twice, you know. She's like, well, let's not go overboard. Okay, so 3. Okay, I'm missing something here. Because, oh, I don't know. So let's see. Now, speaking of my videos, my most recent Are These Safe to Read, in which I look at historical romances from the 80s, well, 70s, 80s, 90s, and let you know how they stack up according to modern sensibilities, particularly in regard to issues of consent, but not exclusively in regard to issues of consent. Abby Jean says, I love that. And then she goes, oh, Mama Marionette. And then she's laughing. I think she prefers Mom Marionette. We're a mom family, not a mama family. So anyway, but yes, she is. Like I said, she did eventually like it. But okay, so anyway, so in my most recent Are These Safe to Read, I read a 1993 Civil War romance, which was, I was very pleasantly surprised by how nuanced it was approaching the topic, particularly in light of when it was written and everything. Well, I have another book by that same writer, Arizona Bride by F. Roseanne Bittner. The other book was written as Roseanne Bittner. This one's written as F. Roseanne Bittner. And we've got some Native American stuff going on, but I'm not sure exactly what's going on with that. But this is from 1980. I think it's like 1987, 1985. Like, she actually, in the back of the book, she actually has a mailing address, which is a residence. She actually put her home address in the back of a book. Oh, 1985. You were a different time, weren't you? Okay, and I have this one by Shelley Thacker, A Stranger's Kiss. These are the ones that aren't step backs. Anyway, so that's very nice. I like she's trying to do a Captain Morgan pose with the leg up, and he's helping her out. That's very nice of him. And then we have this dude. Ooh, says Abby Jean. This is Penelope Neri, Bold Breathless Nights. I know I had a copy of this very long time ago. It's published in 1989, so at least it was after high school. Bold Breathless Nights. Now, as you can see, her dress has fallen down and her shoulder's cold, but he's got his hand there to help keep her warm. Again, just really, really helpful, these guys. Let's see. And then we have Never Love a Cowboy by Lorraine Heath. And Never Marry a Cowboy, also by Lorraine Heath. Now, this one is just totally the discreet cover, although on the spine, you can see that, there's some potential for smooching. This one, you can see them hanging out there in a 1.5 clothing situation. And you can actually see the detail. Oh no, actually, this is a different view, but they're wearing the same clothes, in as much as they're wearing the clothes, in a different pose. So, yeah. And also on the spine, the inset is this picture. And then the rest of them are Eva Lee. Love that leg, says Abby Jean. I don't know which leg to which you are referring, but they've got legs. Okay, so the rest of these, I picked up 6 books by Eva Lee. I'm not sure. Okay, we've got 3 from The Wicked Quills of London. Forever Your Earl. Scandal Takes the Stage. And Temptations of a Wallflower, which somebody picked up at a 15% discount from Target at some point. Abby Jean says, Eva Lee is so good. I really need to read more of hers. Yes, I have some of hers already in the Heartfelt Hallway. I have only read My Fake Rake, but I enjoyed it so much that I've been picking them up when I see them. Eventually, I will actually read them. The other 3 are from the London Underground, and I'm not sure what order they go in, but we have From Duke Till Dawn, Dare to Love a Duke, and Counting on a Countess. I love to count countesses. 1 countess, 2 countesses, 3 countesses. Okay, sorry, I will stop that now. And then Abby Jean thought it was funny. Thank you, Abby Jean. Appreciate it. Now, when I hit the category, I picked out 4 books from the category shelf. I was like, 4 books for $1? Nice. And she goes, actually, it's 2 for 1. I'm like, oh, 8 books for $1. And she goes, yeah. I don't know why she didn't change the sign, but I got a Harlequin Blaze, which is a line that is no longer in operation. I think this is now Harlequin Intrigue. I don't know. They were doing Blaze and Intrigue at the same time, but anyway. And Harlequin Temptation. Sarah, the bookish knitter, is here today, so she can't tell us what all this stuff is. And then 3 from Harlequin Presents, 2 from November of 2011, and 1 from January of 2012. They're getting into it. And then I got 3 Love Swept, which people don't really talk about those very much. It was a line from Bantam that's supposed to be kind of like Candlelight Ecstasy romances. And I have Olivia Ruprecht, Date with the Devil. I think I may have actually read this one. When did it come out? 1991. I may have actually read this one. I'm not sure. Sarah Orwig, Under the Ginkgo Tree. That's really pretty. This was the original cover design that they started with, and eventually it turned into that other one that you saw. And this one is Midnight Lady by Linda Wisdom. I like her dress. It's got a very high slit and it's got a halter neck. I think she's very stylish. And it contrasts nicely with his pullover khakis and button down combination. I wonder if it's like a professor in the cabaret singer or something like that. That would be fun. I just grabbed them. I didn't stop to read what they were. 12.5 cents each. I'm just not that discriminating. Okay, do we want the step backs now, or do we want to do some sprints first? Or I should warn you that I don't know how long I'm going to last. Ana says, I really like the paranormal / nocturne branch and the historical branch of Harlequin. Yeah, I haven't actually read any of the paranormal nocturne. I read some that they published singly, but not as part of that series. And the historicals I've enjoyed, the ones that I have read. I haven't gotten my hands on too many of them. But that one I like about the person we would now refer to as maybe non-binary or even trans, only it was like the Middle Ages, so that wasn't really how gender worked back then. But To Touch the Sun, I really liked that one a lot. In fact, I think it was one of my 12 recommendations, which isn't particularly helpful to most people because it's a Harlequin historical that was published in 1991. So you'd have to, buy it used, and it might not be the cheapest. I mean, it's not super expensive. I think you can get them for like $7 or $8. Okay, so step backs or something else. Been having collarbone issues lately. Oh, I went to the dentist. Was that yesterday? My goodness. I went to the dentist and it went well for the most part. And so I kept doing things. That's why I wasn't at the live sprints. I mean, not the live sprints, the live stream, Bee's live stream. I haven't watched it back yet, but I will because I'm very interested in what Hannah Blackwell has to say. Anyway, the dentist, it was a cleaning and exam. And basically, I need to go back on the 15th of April to have some minor work done, nothing too big. Although some of it might be correcting just a cosmetic defect. Some of it might have the effect of correcting a cosmetic defect that's been bothering me since I was in high school. So that'll be cool. Alrighty then. So what do we want to do next? Blinkety, blinkety, blink, blink. Okay, Abby Jean wants to sprint. Shall we sprint and then come back and look at the step backs plus what's in the box? I almost dumped the box on the floor. Yeah, because we still have, those were just the mass markets that aren't step backs. Oh, I was going to use my sprint to work on my category romance spreadsheet, but I should probably put these into Goodreads, shouldn't I? That'll be fun. Okay, we'll do a sprint since nobody else has any particular opinions. It is, okay, let's see, 7 minutes past the next hour. Okay. And once again, here is the link for the radio station if anybody wants to. Oh, no, it's not. All right. Okay. Here is the link for the radio station. Voila. And we will be back at, 8 minutes past the hour. Come on. Sprinting until 8 minutes past the hour. And I will see you in a half an hour. Well, you'll see me the whole time. Okay, it's been a half an hour, so ugh. I don't know if you heard that siren, but it was the fire truck. I hope everybody's okay. So how are we doing? We enjoying our cocoa and whatnot? Oh, I just I thought I'd accidentally deleted a clip for something I was recording, and so I re-recorded it and then realized I hadn't deleted it after all. So I was able to choose the clip I liked best. Anna says, I'm having a strong urge to have a cute of tea. I assume you mean cup of tea. Paige, hi everyone. Late as usual, but glad I made it. Glad to see you. This is like an awkward time of day for you, so I'm happy to see you. And I understand that, not everybody's going to be able to be here, Johnny on the spot at 2 o'clock Eastern or 11 o'clock Pacific or whatever you happen to be dealing with. I showed off some of the books I got yesterday. I picked up 36 books at Penny's Bookshelf in Milford yesterday, and I showed off the category romances I picked up at 8 for $1, and my non-step back mass markets. Oh wait, that was one of the step backs. My non-step back mass markets, but the step backs we haven't gone over yet, and we also have yet to play What's in the Box. Oh yeah, there's a box and there's something in it. But what? 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 Okay. And Anna says, yes, typing on my tablet does not tend to work out well. Yeah, I know the feeling. As soon as I pick up a cell phone, these hands of mine just turn into a floppy mass of Vienna sausages. It's not good. So anyway, yes, we I have 13 step backs and the box. Let's see. And earlier, Abby Jean was doing prep for dinner because she's having sloppy joes, but that was a while ago. Last I heard, she was making herself some hot cocoa. She's probably finished by now. I had macaroni and cheese for lunch. That was where our heads were at today. Boy, there's all kinds of activity in the neighborhood. All of these vehicles flashing past. It's Abby Jean says, I was reading during the sprint. Space Oddity by Catherine Valente, which reminds me I am looking forward to our sci-fi live show. Yes, the sci-fi live show, which for those of you who missed it, Abby Jean has graciously agreed to co-host, join me there, which is actually going to be 4 weeks from last Monday because I I dropped my live stream back to every other week, and I'm sticking to that schedule. It's just that even so, doing the prep for getting into a new genre is I got to run around town getting books, and I have to read some books as well. And I wanted to give myself a little extra time. I was a little burnt out after the mystery, so I don't know what we're doing 2 weeks from last Monday, which is March 31st, I believe. I don't know what we're doing yet. It's going to just be a general discussion, no prep. I don't have to do any that but I don't know if I'm not going to do any prep or if I'm just going to do minimal prep. And then 2 weeks after that, which should be, I think, April 13th or 14th or something, will be the science fiction. A little programming note there. Abby Jean says, I already know the 6 books I'll be talking about, but I'll probably try to read a couple more sci-fi romances in the next 4 weeks. Nice. Um, I actually got a recommendation from my uh, dental hygienist yesterday. Jax had something to say, and I got some from my sister as well. Paige says, Yay, Abby Jean, that's exciting. Yes, I'm very excited for this as well. And so I got a couple of recs from my sister, and she also endorsed the recommendation that Jax, who was cleaning my teeth, gave. So I have a good start there. So what do we want to do? We want to look at step backs, or do we want to play what's in the box, or do we want to do both before we have another sprint? We could do both. Abby Jean has a blushing little smile. I washed my hair this morning, but my scalp is still itchy. Both, says Paige. Both. Okay, what should I do first? Setbacks or what's in the box? Does anybody have any guesses as to what's in the box? Ooh, suckers! School bus. Paige is like, I did not know there was going to be a test. I don't know what's in the box. You tell us. It's your show, Mama Jamma. All right. Abby Jean says, unboxing. Is it a stuffy? Not this time. Yeah. Oh, by the way, the Triceratops now has a name. I think I said that my dinosaurs like that have French names. Her name is Monique Lapointe, which means Monique. I do have stuffies handy. This is a sheep named Olivia, and her button says, I read past my bedtime. Is it new tree decorations? Paige is guessing. It is not, but that is a good guess. It's not. It's not a stuffy, and it's not tree decorations. Is it books? Abby Jean wants to know. It is not books. Let's just, here's a hint. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know what it is. Or you won't know what it is, but you might be able to guess what it is if you follow me on Instagram. I had a pair of scissors, what for to open the box with? Candles, says Abby Jean. Yes, it is candles. Do you want to see the candles? Or do you want to see the step backs? I thought I had brought a pair of scissors, what for to open. Paige says, yes, Abby Jean. I was going to say candles too. Candles. I thought I had brought a pair of scissors over here, but nice Paige. Ooh, made a cuppa. Ooh, candles, says Aina. And Abby Jean says, nice Paige. I have like a little multi-use, manicuring tool. Oh, Rachel. Hello, loves. Hope we're having a wonderful day. I am. I'm just about to open what's in the box, which turned out to be candles. Is that a Christmas tree? Rachel wants to know. It is not. It is a spring tree. Hang on a second. It has the things of spring on it. It has some little springish ornaments. Those are some little pastel butterflies. Rachel says, how long was I asleep? And then she says, Oh, well, here's the thing, spring, but spring of what year? Uh, there's some little eggs, some butterflies, and some other little eggs, that kind of stuff. Rachel says, that's the last time I am ever playing Jumanji. Okay, so we are, I had What's in the Box. We're playing What's in the Box, and eventually people guessed that it was candles because on Bookstagram, I pair scented candles and books and take pictures of the results. So I also have some step backs to look at. So which do we want to do first? I have managed to get the tape off the box. Oh, no, I haven't. Tree ornaments, presents, sus. Yeah, Abby Jean. I'm guessing that's a candle. You're voting to see the candles? Yeah, oh, it's a nose emoji. I thought it was a melting candle. A nose emoji. Gotcha. I had a pair of scissors over here, and then now I can't see them anywhere. I probably dropped them off along my way. Noisy, noisy, noisy. Okay, now this is from an Etsy candle shop. Let's see the candles this page. It's from a Etsy candle shop called Mixed Inspired. I've gotten from them in the past. They have some nice ones. I have some tea lights. Let's see. Okay, these are tea lights. These are samplers. I like having big candles. I also like having small candles in a variety of scents so that I can just like decide which ones I like and stuff. And this is, she calls these, this is Fright Night. These are tea lights. These are a cute little box. Let's see if I can get into it. And we have Dark Wizard. I can't see very well because it's dim in here, because if it's not dim, my face is fluorescent white. And if it, but I also have trouble reading. So we have Dark Wizard, Haunted Forest, the 13th, Blood Gore, Vampire, and Scary Rose. And since they are tea lights, whoops, there we go, just tea lights. Taken as a group, they sure smell nice. So anyway, so like Dark Wizard is rose, geranium, clove, musk, caramel, smoke, and black pepper. Haunted Forest is apricot, lemon, jasmine woods, tonka bean, musk. These are really hard to read. Just so you can see how small the print is. They smell nice. Like I said, taken as a group. And then we have Dark Romance, Bloody Rose, Till Death, Misty, Elder Bats, Lover's Grave, and Moonlight. I think to get the scent notes on these, I will have to go online to Mixed Inspired's Etsy shop. But you can see, oops, it's got a little, they're black candles, and they have a little wax rose in the top, but it fell off. It detached. I guess you put it in. I mean, when you set fire to it, it'll melt in and become a less fragile kind of thing. Anyway, but those also smell very nice taken as a group. And there's another box in here. Those are the tea lights. These are sample tins. And this is Fantasyland. We have, these are easier to read. Ooh, says Abby Jean. Glowing Forest, Lemon Woods, Orange, Chamomile, Musk, and a word I don't know. Oh, lilies. I thought it was it's a lowercase L. I thought it was an uppercase I, and I was like, yes, I don't get it. Nice. The orange is a standout. Mystic Tavern, which is bourbon and leather musk. Ooh, that'll go with it. I'm more smelling the leather than the bourbon. It's nice. Dragon Blood, which is cedarwood, patchouli, clove, orange, musk, and berries. No one note stands out. They all smell very nice together. Bottled Whispers, which is I got a bad angle on this tin. There we go. There we go. Bottled Whispers, which is Lily of the Valley. It's not strong. Frost Tinged, which is eucalyptus, cedarwood, cinnamon bark, cardamom, lavender, and rosemary. Again, there's no one standout here. I was worried that the eucalyptus was going to overpower everything, but there's no real big standout here. It just smells like it smells like a California woods because they brought eucalyptus to California. Abby Jean wants to know what kind of scents are my favorites, or do I not have a preference? I tend to prefer things that are edible. I liked baked goods, berries, fruits and berries, baked goods. I like the ones that smell like bourbon or whatever. I like those. But I like the ones that smell like books. I like some florals. You have a pretty eclectic range of things that I like. Paige says, now I want to do some candle shopping. Right, Paige? LOL, says Abby Jean. These are from Mixed Inspired on Etsy. Another small shop on Etsy I like to support is called Golden Fox Apothecary. And she has similar kind of sampler boxes you can get. Now, these are in tins, as you can see. Very nice indeed. Golden Fox Apothecary come in those little jars, little brown jars. Hang on a second. I got one out. This one is Rainy Day Reading. Again, this is Golden Fox Apothecary, which is another. I mean, I get a lot of them just like from Marshalls, TJ Maxx, Home Goods. Okay, where was I? Frost Tinge. Oh, Fireball is the last one. Vanilla essence, black pepper, patchouli, and rose. I'm smelling the black pepper is kind of the standout there, but again, they're all working together. So those are nice. Those are very nice. So Mixed Inspired. I believe those Mixed Inspired ships from Texas, and Golden Fox Apothecary ships from Indiana. And yeah. So those are the candles I got. Okay. Awesome, says Abby Jean. I'm happy. Very happy indeed. They actually arrived on Monday. I will say Mixed Inspired, kind of a little slow to ship, but it's worth the wait. I have very nice socks, says Paige. I like them. Since I've ordered from them before, I know that she's not always super fast to ship. Again, she'll get there in the end, and you will enjoy what you have. Okay. So, step backs. Sure, says Abby Jean. That's all the encouragement I needed. Okay. These aren't in any particular order. We're going to start with Andrea Kane and the Silver Coin. I've never read anything by her before, but let's see, I'm trying to get this so it doesn't reflect too much. Ugh. He has a puffy shirt. Oh, yes, setbacks, says Paige. He has a puffy shirt. This is 1817. I think I have the golden coin, says Ana. Yeah, I'm not sure. The silver coin. Yeah. I don't know if there were other coins aside from gold and silver, but yeah, anyway, so that's what I have. Nice. Again, these aren't in any particular order. We have Teresa Medeiros, Yours Until Dawn, which, look at that gold. Ooh, she's so shiny, 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 shiny. I do, says Ana. Awesome. I do not. This is super shiny. And this is actually, the step back is very tame. It's very artistic. Oh. This is 1806. The girls are cousins and the coins represent their inheritances. I got the nickel. Okay. Oh, it's not a used book haul. It's not a used step back haul unless you've got some Stephanie Lawrence. I've got a Sinster novel, What Price Love. You can see she's using a fan to protect her modesty. Up, fire truck's going back to the station. She has got some seriously long legs. My goodness, is that scandalous, says Abby Jean. Is that anatomically possible? I guess. My goodness, their kids are going to be super leggy. Ana thinks she has this one. What Price Love? Also from Stephanie Lawrence, The Perfect Lover, which I believe is the first book in the Bastion Club, but Captain Jack's Woman was like a 0.5 for Bastion Club. Paige says, loving the scandalous step back. Okay. Another shiny gold. Woo-hoo. They are surprisingly clothed. Let's see. I have Nora Hess, so you know it's a Western. Actually, I think she did write the occasional non-Western, but anyway, this one is called Snowfire. Have a little ASMR on the raised lettering. Very shiny indeed. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're sharing some secrets there. Oh, these are the ones I enjoy. In fact, I'm reading another book by her right now, and this is Pamela Morrissey. She writes about early 20th century, I think. This is the one I'm currently reading is Oklahoma. I think this is part of the same series. Anyway, this one's called Wild Oats. Very shiny indeed. And there they are, just a romping around the medium grass prairie. I wonder if their descendants became twisters. Ooh, love that one, says Abby Jean. The Pamela Morrissey ones are so neat. Um, this is the one called Garters. Highly reflective. Pretty, says Abby Jean. Yes. And there they are, some more romping in the field. Hang on, let me get the one I'm. Oh dear! Oh no, it fell out. Ah, they're pretty. There's so much movement. I love it. Yes, it's gorgeous. It's pretty, but man, they cheaped out on the glue. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go get the one that I'm currently reading by her. Okay. Runabout. Very shiny. Paige says that cover is so gorgeous. Oh no, the step back fell out. I know, except that now I could like frame it and hang it on the wall and not feel guilty. This is Runabout by her. Very shiny again. And smart, says Abby Jean. I'm afraid to open it too far. As you can see, they have a runabout car in the background. And although this book takes place in 1916, already this car is considered like just totally ancient and not very reliable and so on. And I have another one by her, which is in the Heartfelt Hallway. I'm not going to get it right now, but it's the couple is hanging out in the field and they actually have a gramophone in the background. So you know they're playing some Barry White. Abby Jean says, "Ooh, I just love that." Yes, I mean these Pamela Morrissey ones are just gorgeous. This is fake dating. These are childhood friends, and they're friends as adults as well, and now they're fake dating. So you know I like that. Well, you don't know I like that. Now you do. Okay, so then we have more Southwest. This is Shelley Thacker, Into the Sunset. Woo, horsey. He ran from the law and into his arms. Actually, apparently, he's the most feared lawman in the West, and he thinks she killed his brother. So he is in for some very conflicted and confusing emotions when he realizes he thinks she's ultra hot. Okay, then we have some Kathleen Sutcliffe. This one looks familiar to me. I think B might have had it on her channel at some point. Sounds good, says Abby Jean. Yep. Mm-hmm. I think B might have had this one. I'm not sure. Either the setting or the picture are familiar to me. This is Shadow Play by Catherine Sutcliffe. At passionate play in danger's shadow, they found paradise in a savage Eden. It's the Amazon, by the way. The drama, says Abby Jean. More tan pants. Well, we hope so. I like the darker tones. Yeah, it's supposed to be deepest Amazon. There's, I don't know if you can tell, there's a waterfall back there. He's got like the weapon strapped to the thigh Han Solo thing going on. This is not a complaint. Also by Catherine Sutcliffe. My Only Love. Now this one has some very bright tones. I think they're at Wickham Park over in East Hartford. Let's see, when does this take place? I think maybe Regency, but I'm not sure. Reminds me of how the NSFW, the Not Safe for Work section of Tea and Biscuits Discord, is like unchaperoned in the garden. They're unchaperoned in the garden. Let's see. Oh, another Stephanie Lawrence. The Lady Chosen. Unchaperoned in the garden again. What is it with these guys? You're hanging out. Yeah. You're hanging out in a flower garden and you just have to take off your shirt. They really, really love nature. They want to be as close to it as possible, even in a designed garden. Then we have Brenda Joyce, After Innocence. Nabby Jean thinks it's funny. Yeah, I mean, as soon as you go out into a garden, you want to take off your shirt. I got fined for doing that at the Middletown Nature Garden. Worth it. Shirtless at a picnic. And then the final one, it ended up being last. It's a Pinot. It's a Pinot for Amanda Quick. Deception. Abby Jean says, I love that so many of these seem to be in great condition, too. Yeah, until the step back falls out on you. Those are the step backs I picked up. Yeah, most of these, I think, I don't know, are from the 90s. Yeah, 2000, etc. Nice, says Abby Jean. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for watching and paying attention. Appreciate it. Oh. Okay, I think I have it in me to do another sprint and some farewells. So what I'm going to do during my next sprint is start doing some tidying up so that I can, oh, actually, I'm going to put these on Goodreads and do some tidying up so that like as soon as the sprints are over, I can just climb into bed because I am so tired. Paige says, you always find some good ones. Thank you, Paige. Most of these, I actually had some authors in mind I wanted to look for, but some of them I just kind of found them. Andrea Kane wasn't specifically looking, although now I know to look for the gold coin or golden coin. So a half an hour sprint and then some more chit chat. Then we'll be done for the for another week. Like I said, I'm kind of tired. I was running around like crazy yesterday, and I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night, which surprised me because I've been out for it. Okay, Paige says sounds good. Enough, close enough, good enough. So we are going to be sprinting until 12 minutes past the hour. Oh, sprinting until 12 minutes past the hour. And let's see. I forgot. And let me paste in the link for the radio station again that I will be listening to. And cherry picker going past. Paste. There we go. And see you in a half an hour. Okay. It is been a half an hour. And I see Nicole showed up while I was during the sprint, and I greeted her. And then I missed a bunch of comments she made because I was puttering around putting stuff away. Nicole said when I said that we were doing our last sprint because I'm tired and we're doing the last sprint, and then we'd have a little chit chat, and then it would be the end of the day, or at least the end of my broadcast day. She said, "All good. I knew I'd mostly just be popping in to say hello." Well, hello. I'm glad I made it just to wish you all well. Well, thank you very much. That's very nice of you. You're always nice. My students test in 2 weeks, says Nicole. So it's busy at work right now. I hear you, man. Paige says, good luck with all the testing, Nicole. Hopefully you'll get to have a little bit of downtime after testing is all done. Nicole says, oh, yes. I'm celebrating with reading all the HR I bought during the school year as mental health, LOL. Paige says, good for you, Nicole. You deserve to celebrate after all that. And then Paige, that was Paige. And she also adds, I buy books for mental health too. Mm-hmm. While I was cataloging the books for Goodreads, I found out that 2 of the step backs are actually on Kindle Unlimited. Snowfire by Nora Hess and Into the Sunset by Shelley Thacker. But I think on Kindle Unlimited, they are not step backs. But, who knows what they do with digital things these days. And then the 4 trade paperbacks that I bought, which I couldn't remember what they were. We have Beautiful Disaster and its sequel, Walking Disaster by Jamie McGuire. I wasn't familiar with these books, but apparently Beautiful Disaster is a movie starring one of the Sproses. I don't know if it's Dylan or Cole. I think it was Dylan. I looked it up and now I can't remember. And then the other 2 I got were part of an ongoing series, and they're by Shannon McKenna. And we have The Ultimate Weapon, or just Ultimate Weapon. It's not The Ultimate Weapon. Ultimate Weapon, and Blood and Fire. These are books 6 and 8, respectively, of a series, but I'm not sure how necessary it is to read the other books first. Hopefully it's not, because she had a whole bunch of them at Penny's bookshelf, but I didn't know that it was a series. There was nothing in the books that I looked at to indicate they were part of a series. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if my library would have those or not. So that's the catch up. And Nicole, I'm sorry that you missed the overall book haul and step back haul and what's in the box, which was scented candles. So, and I did not get anything done on my category romance spreadsheets after all. Nicole says, all good. I will work alongside the recording. Okay, but if you put on the radio station that I put the link to and you see me singing along with it, you probably won't get the same song. Actually, you probably will. It's the greatest classic rock hits of the 80s and 90s, really the 80s. And it's like maybe the same 50 songs. And Nicole laughs. She's like, thank you. Thank you, Sock Marionette, for explaining to me how time works, because I was a little uncertain about it until you enlightened me, oh great one. I don't think Nicole is nearly as sarcastic as I'm making her out to be. Anyway, I am very happy to say that I did the things. I didn't do my category romance spreadsheet, which I said I was going to do. That turned out to be not accurate. I did not knowingly lie. I intended to do it. It just didn't work out that way. But I got a lot of other things done instead. So I am happy about that. And for once, I got everything put away before the end of the live stream. Usually, I just do whatever I'm doing right on through, and then I have a whole bunch of stuff to put away after the live stream is over. Well, I front loaded it today because, like I said, I'm tired and I want to just be able to climb into bed and do some editing, watch some TV, do some reading, that kind of stuff. So, does anybody have anything they want to mention or share or anything before we say farewell? Paige says, all good, Sock. You go unwind and relax. Thanks for helping me get through the afternoon. Well, thank you for coming along. Thanks for the sprint, Sock, says Abby Jean. Always a pleasure. Yes, it's enjoyable, but it's just today, like I said, I'm just kind of tired, especially since I did all of that book moving and dusting and stuff this morning. And yeah, and I did all that running around yesterday and then I didn't sleep badly last night. I just didn't get as much sleep as I probably would have liked to have had. Okay, and once again, these two books, Shelley Thacker, Into the Sunset, and Nora Hess, Snowfire, are on Kindle Unlimited. So if anybody wants to do a buddy read, let me know. And I will see you, some of you at least, probably on Friday morning with Wake Up to Romance. I should be able to attend that one. Because like I said, I had the dentist and some errands on Tuesday, so that's why I didn't make that one. I am going to watch it back because Hannah Blackwell. So yeah. Bye, everybody. Thanks for showing up. And I look forward to communicating with you all in various ways between now and next Wednesday. Or wait until next Wednesday. It's all good. Bye.